Hello all, good evening. I'm Sneha. I'm a MATLAB developer helper in MATLAB Helper. So as you all know, today we are here to introduce our premium course, Deep Learning, and we have our ML expert, Anish Yadav, who will be taking all your questions today. So welcome, sir.
Hello to everyone. Welcome to the session. My name is Anish Yadav, and I have the creator of the deep learning course. And today we are going to take your questions, and along with that, we are going to discuss about the course. So, Sneha, we can start the session.
Thank you, sir. And before moving on, it is important to you all to know about our organization, and you will be waiting for that, I know. So I would request Anish, sir, to talk a little about our organization and its services.
Yeah, definitely. MATLAB Helper is an organization which will provide various content, like we provide courses, we do provide blogs, we provide webinars. Talking about the services, we provide online and offline help. We provide like workshop, we provide research assistance. To get more information, you can contact to our you can visit to our website, and from there you can just look the services and courses.
Okay. And with this, I would request you all to subscribe to our channel to more such MATLAB contents. And with this, can you please brief it out about the course Deep Learning to all who are waiting for the moment?
Yeah, definitely. So deep learning course, actually I have covered from very scratch to advanced. Everyone like student to professional can join the course and they can just take the advantage. To show the course, let me share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to you. Now, is
Yes,
it
it is
visible?
visible.
Okay. So over here you can see our services, and in the learn section you can see the course section. In that course section you can see various courses. Amongst these all courses, MATLAB Fundamental and the Simulink Fundamental is free course, and the remaining courses are paid courses, premium courses. We have also published machine learning course, and in that course we have covered the part like data analysis. After that, we have covered like how we can do pre-processing, how we can do cleaning, how we can split the data, and after that, we have already covered like n number of machine learning algorithms. And now talking about deep learning course, you just have to click over here. If you double click, the dashboard will look, and over here you can see the content or the homepage of the deep learning course. And just below you can see, from here you can book this premium course. And now talking about the content, here you can see like it's actually divided into n number of modules and n number of lessons. In the first module we have covered like what is machine learning, what is deep learning. After that, we have covered like the basic difference between images and videos and how we can apply the different algorithms. In the second module, we have covered the what is perceptron, what is basic difference between single perceptron and multiple perceptron, and also we have talked about uh, ANN, CNN, different architectures of RNN, and in the last module we have covered the advanced topics NLP, that is natural language processing, and computer vision. In the last chapter, you can see the certification quiz, and along with that, you can see our conclusion video. And that conclusion video is going to be published by today itself at around. Uh, it's already published. You can check that video. So this is all about the content.
Yes. Okay, thank you, sir. And now you all have seen how the course contents are, what are the details of the deep learning in brief. So if you have any questions on the course or on the topic of deep learning, you can ask questions in the by commenting on below. So if you are watching the uploaded video after this live session, you can also you can still contact us through contact@matlabhelper.com. We try to answer all your questions. And moving on, here our Q&A question starts. And my first question for the day would be for Anish sir is, Sir, in AI today, in AI world actually, we hear two technical words commonly: AI, I mean ML and DL. So we all think that both are same, but we have two different names for the same or for the same topic. So what is your thoughts on this? Is there any difference between machine learning and deep learning?
Yeah, so I will start with like what is the basic difference between data science and AI, and in the AI I will cover what is ML and DL. So both like AI, the ML and DL are the parts of AI, and now talking about the ML, talking about the like ML, we are having like a tabular data, and we are just how to put the data, and we are having n number of algorithms that we can apply to some gather information. Now talking about like deep learning, in deep learning we are specifically deal with the images, we are dealing with videos, we are dealing with text, we are dealing with audio. So you can see the comparison, like machine learning we are using for the tabular data, and deep learning we are specifically using for the images, videos type of data. Now talking about the data science, if we are able to do some statistics, if we are able to find out some meaningful information, that is nothing but data science. So this is a primary difference between data science and the AI. And in the AI we are having ML, and DL is also like the subfield of ML.
Okay. And now then, is machine learning is a prerequisite to learn deep learning then?
Basically, in the deep learning course, I have covered everything from the scratch to advanced. First, I have covered first I have covered the theory, and after that, I have just covered like the practical examples, use cases. So I feel like the machine learning is not required, but you can also learn the machine learning course. We have already published that. The basic understanding of maths and the basic knowledge of MATLAB is required, but don't worry, we are having the free MATLAB course also. That also you can check.
Okay. And what is the level of this course, sir?
Uh, this is basically a very advanced course, but we have covered like in very step manner. First, we have covered like what are the maths that is going to be required, and after that, we have covered like how we can use these mathematical equations and the mathematical concept to solve the real life application, or the solve the real life problems. So everything is structured, everything is arranged in a step by step manner. So it would be like advanced, but yeah, definitely you will learn this course very easily.
Okay, we have a question from Nagash. How can I analyze radio sound data in MATLAB?
Sorry, it's not related to actually deep learning course. So definitely you can ask to our team, and they will reach you out regarding that your question.
Okay, and we have another question from Pooja. Anything you can say about deep learning in arts?
Can you just repeat the question?
Yeah, sure. Can you kindly, anything you can say about deep learning in arts?
In arts,
Yes, yes.
whenever actually we are having images or videos, definitely we can use some of the advanced architectures like Google Net. We can use AlexNet. There are a number of architectures are available. So yeah, definitely when we are having information in kind of pixels, if we are able to get the information in the format of pixel, we can do the operations on that data, and over there we can use this like the deep learning concept.
Okay, we have another question. Can you kindly show deep learning in MATLAB?
For that, you can check our YouTube channel. Over there, we have like you can see some the public video also, and over there you can just check out the videos.
Okay. And in ML, actually, I have heard or I have learned about supervised learning and non-supervised learning. So what is the main difference between supervised learning and non-supervised learning? Is it a part of deep learning too? And which is efficient among these two, sir?
So basically, both machine learning and deep learning are the parts of AI. And in AI, we are having supervised learning and the unsupervised learning. If I talk about the supervised learning, we are having like two types: the regression analysis and the classification analysis. If I talk about the regression analysis, we are having like n number of algorithms. Like we are having a continuous data at the output, and we are just predicting that only. If I talk to you about like the algorithms, then we are having linear regression, multiple regression, logistic regression. And if I talk to you about like the classification analysis, then we are having the algorithms like we are having algorithms like the naive Bayes, we are having SVM, we are having DT. So basically in classification, we are having factors, we are having levels like yes and no. So this is basic difference between regression analysis and the classification analysis. Now talking about the unsupervised learning, it belongs to the grouping, clustering, and basically we don't have any output label. So this is a basic difference between supervised learning and unsupervised learning. And actually nowadays like the unsupervised learning is exponentially evolving just due to the reinforcement learning. And the best example you can see like the self-driving car is the best like the best example of which includes the supervised and unsupervised learning.
Okay, and we have question from Shashidhar. How is big data and AI related?
So to gather the information, actually, we need some kind of techniques. So big data is nothing but like we have to collect the data, we have to analyze, and we have to give the some kind of meaningful information. The AI is also like it's related to like gathering the information only, but here we are more specific to like if I talk about the deep learning, we are more specific about the images, videos, the textual data, and audio data. So this comparison we can do.
Sure. As you mentioned that data is also related to AI. So, and also I have heard that data is very important in regarding to improve the efficiency of AI or AI model or deep learning model. So, is data is available in the course for on which they are going to work or on the project which are going to they are going to work, or they users have to search or have to collect for the data?
Yes, you said right. More the data, more accurate model would be. So yeah, definitely we are going to provide the data also. Under each lesson, you can see the resource section, and over there you just have to download that data and you just have to use in your MATLAB code. So this is all about like the data. Yeah.
Okay, and we have another question like continuing to the like about deep learning in hearts question from Pooja, that I'm not much knowledgeable of MATLAB. Will your course also teach me that?
So I already told like we are having a MATLAB course, MATLAB fundamental course. And actually we have covered like the deep learning course in a such a way that we talked about the function, we talked about the like what we have used. So definitely MATLAB will not be any problem to you while learning. Yeah, definitely then you can just check out the course.
Yes, for more knowledge for MATLAB, please subscribe to our channel so that you can get more contents on our MATLAB. And we have another question from Ala. Which type of neural network is suitable for prediction for COVID-19, positive or negative, where we have some features?
Suppose we are having a tabular data, then definitely we go for the machine learning algorithms. In that we can use the classification algorithms. We are having n number of algorithms. You can use any type, no issue in that. But now talking about some advanced techniques in DL, we can use the ANN technique, that is artificial neural network. In that specific, we are having classification type. So over there, you can make your structure and just get the output. For that, you have to use like first you have to just insert your data. After that, you have to create your layers. After that, just you have to you just have to take like the loss functions and everything, and after that you can take the activation function, and at the end you can get the classification, uh, or you are able to do the classification. So this type of problem we can solve by using machine learning and also by using the deep learning.
Okay. We have another question. Is it possible to use deep learning to predict the growth of a certain disease or the spread of disease such melanoma cancer?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, these are the real life applications you can see in the like the medical field. They are already using it, and they are using like deep learning techniques. And some like if we are having tabular data, then we can go for the machine learning techniques as well.
Okay. So what are the prerequisites for this course, sir? Is there any?
The prerequisite is like you have to just make sure that you are good at like the basic understanding of maths, and uh, or the MATLAB knowledge is the basic knowledge of MATLAB is required.
Okay. So, what if someone enrolled in this course is stuck at some point, and if he or she wants some help from you, how can they ask help? Would you be helping them?
Yeah, definitely. Under each lesson, you can see the comment box. Over there, you can ask the questions, but that question would be related to that particular lesson only. If you are having any other question with respect to your project or with respect to your assignment, then you can check our service. You can take our online or offline help.
Okay. We have a question from Shashidhar. Where can AI help in blockchain? Is there any application of deep learning in blockchain?
There are several applications are nowadays available, like with respect to blockchain. Definitely, when we are having any like the standard structures, we can use that to predict something. So definitely to forecast the value of anything, we can use the deep learning or the machine learning technique.
Okay. What if someone during doing something similar to the lesson what you're covering in deep learning course and stuck at some point and want to ask some help? Is this should they have to adopt the same criteria what you just said before, or is there any other criteria?
Anything which is not related to the course or not related to any MATLAB code which is present in the course, you have to take our service. But yeah, definitely we provide like various services, like we do provide research assistance. We provide online and offline help also. So you can check from our website.
Okay. Sir, in normal programming or in traditional programming, what we do is we give some instruction to get some tasks done by computer or the machine processors. In AI also, we do the same thing. We give some instructions and we ask in return to do something for us. So, what is the main difference between this traditional programming and this AI?
The basic difference between traditional programming and the AI techniques is like in basic programming or the traditional programming, we are having the input data, and we are just writing the code to get some kind of output. But in the AI or in the ML or DL, we are having input data, we are having output data. We are just going to make the model. That model is going to predict something with respect to our unknown input data. So this is the primary difference between like the normal or the traditional coding and the machine learning coding. So in the machine learning coding, we are going to make model that will predict something.
Okay. So, what are the advantages of using MATLAB for deep learning?
So basically, there are so many languages we can use for the like the in the field of in the domain of AI. So each language has its own advantages, but I feel like while working with MATLAB, we don't have to care about like creating environment. We don't have to like care about like the packages. MATLAB will automatically handle these all the things, and like you just have to like use the equation. You just have to call the equations, and MATLAB will just do the work for you. But in case of Python, you have to create the environment. You have to deploy your project by using another platform. In R, there are less libraries are like available to do the same thing. So I feel like each language has its own like advantages and disadvantages. So depending upon your need, you can just check out the language description.
Okay. So, can you give us an idea that how AI has spread all over the fields, like how deep learning has been adopted in various fields practically?
Okay, so I will talk about like AI domain. In AI, we are having ML. So if I talk about the regression analysis, you can see the examples like predicting the salary, predicting the count of rental bikes, predicting the price of home are the example of regression analysis. If I talk about like classification analysis, then predicting the disease, whether the patient has diabetes or not, okay, whether the person will buy the term insurance or not, are the examples of classification analysis. If I talk about like CV, which is a like a part of DL, in CV you can see like various applications like facial like attender system, Also, right now we are using zoom background, that is also a part of image segmentation. And if I talk about like the NLP, we are having so many applications. Like if you type on the Google is going to recommend the next word. That is also a part of, or that is also use case of NLP. Also, Grammarly, the like Alexa, okay Google. And the best example is like the self-driving car, which is going to use both the supervised and the unsupervised learning. So these are the real life applications are you can see in your day-to-day life.
Okay. So we have a question from Danny. What is the difference between neural network and deep learning? Under which environment it is better to use one over the other?
So in the field of DL, you are having like the first we are having like the single perceptron, but that single perceptron is not able to classify the data. So that we have introduced the multiple perceptron, and that multiple perceptron is nothing but like uh, we can say like ANN. So there would not be any difference between like DL or the neural network. The neural network or the ANN is a part of deep learning only. And after that, we are having CNN, and after that, we are having the RNN.
Okay. And we have a question from Ala. If we have used neural network, the data is divided randomly for train and test, or use k-fold cross validation. Which one is suitable?
So K-fold validation is one of the technique that also we have covered in the like in one of the lessons. Apart from that, we are having n number of methods like leave one out. We are having like the total testing or the total for training. So yeah, definitely K-fold is like good method, and you can use that word just to train and test your data.
Okay, we have another question from Pooja. Does using a virtual background like now is considered an application of deep learning?
Yeah, it's the application of image segmentation, specifically going to use like in the image processing.
Okay. So, and another question from Shashidhar. Can image processing be used to detect environmental disasters like cyclones or hurricanes?
So basically, nowadays you can see like the image processing is a traditional way of detecting something or predicting something. All is like deep learning is going to do the same work with some advanced architectures. We are having n number of pre-trained architectures that we can directly use to get some kind of output, like to classify the data or to track the object or to get some kind of information. So yeah, definitely we can do with like with image processing also, we can do with deep learning also. But definitely deep learning is advanced techniques or the advanced technique that image processing.
Okay. So what we have heard more about perceptron and logistic regression. Actually, those two are somewhat confusing. So, what is the difference between these perceptron and logistic regression? So,
Uh, yeah, so in the logistic regression, we are having sigmoid function, and definitely the logistic regression or the logistic analysis is giving the output in the terms of one or zero or yes or no. But if I talk about the perceptron, we are having like the n number of inputs. We are having some learning parameters like what we can say in the gradient descent. Also, you can see the learning parameter, and at the end we are having output. So in logistic regression, we don't have any learning parameters, but in the field of like perceptron or the multiple perceptron, we have to just analyze the output by helping the iterations and the learning parameters.
okay, and we have a question from Anne. What are the disadvantages of deep learning?
I feel like there would not be any disadvantages of deep learning. It's actually helping to us, and definitely you can see like so many applications in our day-to-day life. I told already about the Grammarly. I told already about like the facial detection system, the self-driving car, and also it's going to help us in medical field also to detect some kind of disease. Also, it's going to forecast the weather condition. So definitely they are just or the AI is actually helping to us.
Okay. So you mentioned in the course about ANN, and And I have heard that ANN is not useful, so much useful for images and time series data. Why is that? So,
So ANN is suitable for the tabular data, but if we use the images with like large pixels, then it would be like computational expensive. For that, we are having CNN. CNN is the architecture that we can use with respect to images and videos. Now, talking about the time series data, we are having one more algorithm like architecture called as an RNN. In that, we are having LSTM and GRU. So these things are actually covered in the code, so you can learn like the structure, like the whole structure.
okay. So, what about the certificate of this course, sir?
Yeah, after the course, you can get the certificate, but you have to score minimum 60%. And but you can give the that actually you have to give the quiz, and in that quiz you have to attend a minimum 60%. And like you can give the quiz so many times until you will get the 60%, and after that you can get the MATLAB deep learning course certificate.
Okay. And we have a question from Shashida. Can deep learning help in reducing the processing time of any sort of simulation?
It's depends upon like how much or the which hardware you are using. If you are using like very good hardware, then definitely your the computational power and like your working power is going to be reduced.
Okay. And finally, why someone has to choose MATLAB Helper's online courses?
So first thing is like we are going to cover this course from very scratch to advanced. We have covered like first we have covered theory. After that we have covered like practical examples. In that you can see various practical use cases. We are providing lessons. We are providing videos. We are providing quiz. After that we are providing the certificate. And in the under the each lesson you can see the comment box. Over there you can ask the questions, uh, and we are there to help you out. So I feel like this would be the like complete package to you to learn the deep learning from very beginning.
Okay, can they suggest any topic that they wanted to ask you to cover in the course in the comment section?
Yeah, definitely. If you need any particular topic, then definitely we will consider that topic, and we can include that topic as a blog or any kind of series.
Yes, so we will cover all the topics that you suggest. So to get that details, please subscribe to our channel to get more contents, more advanced topics in MATLAB. And moving on, so can you explain the CNN architecture, so practical implementation of CNN?
As I told you, like the computer vision field we can use for the image classification, object tracking. We can use for the image segmentation. If I talk you about the structure, we are having input layer. After that, we are having n number of layers. In that, we can use max pooling, we can use convolution, we can use ReLU, we can use some kind of like padding. And after that, we are having flattening layer. And after that, we are having output layer. In that, we are just going to find out the error. And based upon the error, we are doing the back propagation. We are changing weights and biases value. And again, we are just doing the repetition until we will get the less error. So this is the architecture of like a CNN. And in that we are having nowadays you can see like n number of applications for the CNN or the field of CV, computer vision.
Okay, as you were talking about computer vision, I was excited to know about it, like what a brief about computer vision. So, what is it and why
In
we
the
use it?
okay, in the last module we have covered like the overview of computer vision. In that we have covered like what is computer vision and what are the applications of computer vision. In that you can see like how computer vision is evolving from 2016, and where we can use the computer vision. So make sure that read that lesson, make sure that check the content. You will get the idea about the computer vision, and about the application I have already told.
Okay, so NLP, that is natural language processing, it had become this technical word had become so famous as blockchain nowadays. So, what is your thought on NLP? So, and
It's yeah, it's also like evolving from the 2016 due to some advanced architectures like BERT, transformer. So first, actually earlier we are doing the pre-processing steps, and after that we are just converting the data into numerical format, and after that we are just doing a normal classification or the prediction. But nowadays we are having n number of the advanced architectures that we can use, and directly we can get the output. So definitely it's evolving and it's very good field, and you will get too much knowledge from this field.
Okay. So about the course, is there any time limit to complete this course?
It is a self-learning course, and you can just watch at any time, and you can just learn with, like on your own space. Yeah.
Okay, so we will be ending this session soon. So if you have any question, please post them in the comment. Or if we missed any questions, so you can contact us through contact@matlabhelper.com. We will surely try to answer all your questions. So we have a question from Sumiran. How to detect a object from an simple image of three objects?
Yeah, for that we can use the CNN techniques. In that we are having we have used that, actually we have shown in the practical use case, and also we have used the data augmentation. So we have to actually prepare the structure, and after that we are able to classify the data. So this is a conclusion for the question.
And sir, like in AI movies or about AI movies, I have seen, or many would have seen that AI is depicted as destructor of human life. How your thoughts on that? What is your thought? What is
Okay. Yeah, so there are actually so many myths, but yeah, it's helping to us. And if you talk about it's going to help us in medical field also. So I feel like it's very good field, and it actually helping to us. So we just have to learn this concept. We just have to look where we can use this concept.
okay? So IoT is also a very trending technology nowadays. So can we connect this deep learning and IoT?
Yeah, we can connect this deep learning techniques or the model to cloud, and definitely IoT we can connect to cloud. So we can do the interface, but definitely in the future we will try to bring how to interconnect this hardware to the AI system.
Okay, so there are many data science aspirants if we see in our world, because data science or AI is spreading a lot in all the fields. It's covering all the fields as per now. So, do they have to learn all the concepts like data science, ML, DL, or is there any specialized topic that they can concentrate on and can make their career upon?
So basically, data science is very vast field. If I talk about the data science, then they will cover probability statistics. After that, in the statistics, they will cover the inferential descriptive statistics, and also the AI is a part of the data science. So definitely to gather or to get some kind of information, we have to apply some architectures, and by using those architectures, we are able to crack some information. And also you can see the big data is also some what we can say the part of data science only. So yeah, so to become a data scientist, you have to learn these all techniques.
Okay, we have a question from Shashidhar. How does object eraser in mobile phones work? Is it AI or ML or DL?
So it's basically a architectures. In CV you can see this kind of architectures. In computer vision you can see some kind of or this kind of architecture. So basically it belongs to the deep learning, and in the deep learning it belongs to the computer vision.
Okay, so I got one question about the course, that if someone has enrolled in this course and and they are watching some topic and they felt that it is very difficult and they aren't able to understand through the video or the content you have shared, and would they can they comment it in the question Q&A section, so to ask your help, and would you be able to teach them through one-to-one conversation?
So first thing is that we have covered everything from scratch. But still, if you are facing any issue, you can ask to us in the comment box just below that lesson. But if you want like more, if you want a one-to-one session, then definitely you have to choose our service, and after that we are able to help you out.
Okay. So, from your point of view, is there any topic that could feel like very difficult in data science, and it is important to?
The whole like deep learning is important to become an data scientist.
Okay. So, is there any application of deep learning in space, in
Yeah,
astrophysics?
yeah. There are actually so many applications. If we are doing communication, if we are tracking something, so these are nothing but the applications of the AI only, artificial intelligence only.
Okay. Uh, can we find deep learning applications in metaverse?
Actually, I don't have any idea about this, so I'm not able to speak about this.
Okay. Okay, guys, we have reached to the last two more questions. So if you have any question, please post them in the comment section. So we will try to take up. So, sir, what is your guidance to the future or future data scientist or for data scientist aspirants?
So yeah, if you wanted to become a data scientist, then definitely you have to learn the statistics, you have to learn the probability, you have to good in machine learning techniques, you have to good in deep learning techniques. So we have covered the machine learning course also. In that, we have covered how to do the data analysis. After that, we have covered like n number of algorithms, and also we are just now just we have just published our deep learning course. So I feel like the both machine learning and deep learning are complete package, and they will definitely contribute in the field of data science.
Okay. So, what is your last concluding sentence for all our viewers who have joined today?
So basically, thank you to all of us, all of them, to joining us. And yeah, definitely you can just explore the course. And if you feel any doubt, you can contact us and buy from my side.
Okay. Thank you, Anish sir. It was great question. Okay, sorry, Anne, we missed your question. We will surely get you back from answer you for your question. So it was all about today's session, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope this session was very informative because I learned many things from this session about deep learning. So it was very informative for me, and I hope that was informative to all of you. And thank you for your time, spending time with us. And as Sir mentioned, I think AI has covered a lot more fields today, and I think we'll cover a lot more fields further. So hope you understand the importance of AI, and I think hoping to see all your names on the DL certificate from MATLAB Helper. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel for more content on MATLAB. Thank you all finally, and bye bye.